As a teacher, I would make sure that I create all of the work from scratch. So there was no place students can go to look up the answers online. My one big issue was that I would never double check my own work and just assume that all the equations I was writing had solutions to them. Now obviously, this wasn't the case. And there were a lot of times where students would catch errors in the work that was handed out and complain to me. Now, this complaining was absolutely justified, as I wasn't even checking the work myself. But I never hid this from my students. I'd go, hey guys, so I created this worksheet, but I don't know if all the answers are correct, so can someone check for me? I noticed that when I did this, it engaged the students a lot more. For some reason, students like it when I make a mistake. I don't really know why, but whatever encourages them to work was fine with me. Students would race each other to figure out which mistakes they can find first, or whoever can find the most mistakes. During this process, a lot of students would come to me and they would say, hey, is this correct? And I would look at them and go, I don't know. I don't have the answer key. Is it correct? You tell me. And of course they would look at me and say, well, you're the teacher. You're supposed to know. To which I would respond, yes. I should know. I completely agree with you. But it's also cool when you know. So, can you justify why your answer is correct? Sometimes students would look at me and go, do I have to? And I would look at them and say, I mean, if you want to be correct, yeah, you kind of have to, right? This always seemed to light a fire in them because I was challenging the work they did, saying, maybe you're not correct. Maybe you're actually just wrong. Students would immediately jump into explaining why they were correct, explaining their steps, explaining the math that they did. And more often than not, they were correct. They either had the correct answer or were correct in a mistake that I made. This became a regular behavior in my classroom. Students would stop asking me to check if their work was correct and instead come up to me and say, here, look, I did this, this, and this. That's correct, right? And sometimes I would go, is it correct? I feel like you made one mistake. It would cause them to immediately defend themselves, saying, no, this is correct and this is correct, so I'm right. And I would just push back a little bit and say, I think you made a mistake here, but I'm not sure. Can you check again and tell me? And they would check again and they would find the mistake. I love this approach to teaching. It gave students the power to justify themselves and prove why they were right, and it allowed me to question them. We need to make sure that our students are comfortable with being asked questions and asking questions themselves. It allowed students to figure out their own way to solve the problem. Lumi is that place where you can go to ask as many questions as you want, justify the steps you took, and understand that as long as you are mathematically sound, you are correct.